Ever scrolled through your feed and thought, huh, I never even thought about going there?
It is kind of wild how AI is changing things up.
Yeah, like how we plan our trips even where we want to go.
Totally changing the whole travel scene.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
ditching those old travel books
Yeah.
for a super personalized like travel buddy in your phone,
Right.
which is what we're diving into today
Yeah.
with this smart tourism doc
Yes.
by Dr. Sun and Dr. Chang.
They really lay it all out.
They do.
It's like a roadmap for this whole tech takeover, how it's going to change everything from finding the perfect hotel
Yeah.
to even what kind of travel experiences we're looking for.
Totally. They go way beyond just like the surface level stuff. Like they dive into the actual technologies driving this change.
Right.
Things like AI, big data, cloud computing.
Yep.
And how those are reshaping not just like how companies operate,
Right.
but the whole traveler experience.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit.
Yeah.
We hear those buzzwords all the time.
Yeah.
But in the context of tourism, how are they actually changing things
Yeah.
in a way that like you as a traveler would notice?
So like on the ground.
Yeah.
Well, let's take AI, for example.
Yeah.
It's not just about like getting basic recommendations anymore.
Yeah.
Dr. Sun points out how AI is being used to analyze massive data sets.
Huge amounts of data.
Yeah, everything from your past travel bookings
Oh, wow.
to even your social media activity
Okay.
to suggest destinations and experiences that fit with you.
So it's like instead of me telling some algorithm, hey, I like beaches,
Right.
it's figuring out what kind of beach person I am
Exactly.
based on I don't know the photos I like or the articles I share.
Yeah, yeah. It's about moving beyond those like generic filters
Yeah.
and creating a truly personalized experience.
Okay.
And that personalization goes beyond just the planning stage.
Oh, really?
AI is powering those intelligent chatbots now
Yeah.
for 247 customer service.
So you can always get help.
Yeah. And even anticipating your needs during your trip.
So they're like one step ahead.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It is pretty impressive.
But does this level of personalization raise any privacy concerns?
That's a really important question,
Yeah.
and one that Dr. Sun and Dr. Chang address.
Okay, good.
They emphasize data security and ethical considerations.
So it's not just about embracing the shiny new tech.
Right.
It's about using it responsibly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Transparency is key.
Yeah,
Travelers need to be informed
for sure.
about how their data is being used
Right.
and have control over their privacy settings.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, we can't talk about data without mentioning big data.
True.
I know it sounds kind of intimidating.
It does sound a little scary.
Yeah. But what does it actually mean for someone booking a trip?
Okay, so think of it this way.
Okay.
Big data is like having a superpowered travel agent
Okay.
who knows everything about everything.
Wow.
It's not just about analyzing your preferences,
Right.
but also looking at massive data sets of traveler behavior,
Okay.
global trends, even things like weather patterns,
Wow.
to create hyper-personalized recommendations and experiences.
So is it kind of like those route optimization apps, but on a much grander scale?
Exactly.
Like instead of just finding the fastest way to get from point A to point B,
Right.
it's figuring out the most enjoyable, unique route based on my interests.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
He can suggest those hidden gems
Yeah.
you might never have discovered on your own,
Or
or
not.
even dynamically adjust your itinerary in real time
Oh, wow.
based on unforeseen circumstances.
That is impressive.
Yeah. So imagine your flight gets delayed.
Yeah.
Big data can instantly suggest alternative activities or even reroute your entire trip to minimize the disruption.
Wow, that would be a lifesaver.
Yeah,
No more frantically searching for things to do during an unexpected layover.
exactly.
Okay, so beyond individual travelers,
Yeah.
big data also has the potential to revolutionize
Right.
how the entire tourism industry operates.
Huge potential there.
Like things like forecasting demand, optimizing resource allocation,
Yeah.
and even managing safety and security.
All of that.
So it's not just about personalized travel.
Right.
It's about making the entire system more efficient and effective.
Exactly. And all this data crunching and
Yeah.
AI magic
Yeah.
wouldn't be possible without a robust technological foundation.
And that's where cloud computing comes in.
That's right.
It's like the backbone of this whole digital revolution in tourism.
Totally.
Okay, so we know cloud computing is about storing data online. But
Yeah.
how does that specifically impact the way we travel?
So how does that translate to your actual trip?
Yeah.
Well, it's not just about storing data.
Okay.
Cloud computing allows for real-time information sharing and processing,
Okay.
which is essential for things like online booking platforms,
Gotcha.
dynamic pricing models,
Okay.
and personalized recommendations that adapt as you travel.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a live feed.
Okay, so like if I book a hotel room. Yeah.
Cloud computing is what allows the platform to instantly update availability
Exactly.
and pricing across all its different channels.
That's right. And it's also what allows those platforms to securely process payments,
Okay.
store your travel documents,
Yeah.
and provide access to your information from anywhere in the world.
That is really impressive.
It's all about creating a seamless, connected travel experience.
But it also sounds like a lot of moving parts.
It is quite complex.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges that come with relying so heavily on these complex technologies?
Well, one of the biggest concerns is data security.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
What's
sense.
with so much personal information being stored and processed online,
Right.
companies need to be incredibly vigilant
Yeah.
about protecting traveler data from breaches and cyber attacks.
We've all heard those horror stories about data leaks and hacks.
Yeah.
It would be a nightmare if your entire travel itinerary,
Yeah.
including payment information, fell into the wrong hands.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's not just about protecting individual data.
Right.
System failures or cyber attacks could disrupt entire platforms,
Wow.
leading to chaos and inconvenience for travelers.
Yeah.
Imagine booking a flight
Yeah.
and then the entire airline system goes offline.
Oh my
It
God.
would be a logistical nightmare.
So there's a lot of responsibility.
Huge responsibility.
It comes with harnessing the power of these technologies.
Yeah.
It's not just about the convenience factor.
No.
It's about building trust and ensuring that systems are reliable and secure.
Exactly. And that's just one of the challenges.
Okay.
As we dive deeper into Dr. Sun and Dr. Chang's document, we'll uncover not only the incredible opportunities,
Okay.
but also the potential downsides of this tech shift
Gotcha.
and what it means for the future of travel.
That's a perfect segue to our next section,
Okay,
where we'll be tackling those challenges head on.
let's do it.
Stay tuned because this is where things get really interesting. Okay, so we've established that this tech shift in tourism is pretty mind-blowing.
It really is amazing.
But it's not all smooth sailing, right?
Right.
What are some of the potential downsides
Yeah. What are some of the bumps in the road?
that Dr. Sun and Dr. Chang highlight?
Well, one that often gets overlooked
Okay.
is the human element.
Right.
With all the excitement about AI and big data,
Yeah.
you know what happens to the people
Yeah.
whose jobs might be impacted by this.
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
It's not like robots are going to be running all the hotels and airlines overnight.
Right.
But I can definitely see how certain roles might become obsolete as technology takes over some of the more routine tasks.
Exactly. And it's not just about job displacement.
Okay.
It's also about the need for the entire workforce to adapt
Right.
and upskill to thrive in this new environment.
So, like, they need to keep learning new skills.
Yeah, constantly learning new skills.
To stay relevant.
Exactly. Think about travel agents, for example.
Okay.
Their role has already shifted dramatically in the digital age.
That's true.
It used to be you'd go to a travel agent to book flights and hotels.
Right.
But now with all the online platforms,
Yeah, you can do that yourself.
exactly,
Yeah.
their expertise has to go beyond just basic bookings.
Right. So they need to offer something more.
Yeah, they need to offer personalized advice,
Okay.
curate unique experiences,
Yeah.
and really leverage their knowledge to provide value.
That an algorithm can't pick.
Yeah, that a simple algorithm can't replicate.
So it's like instead of being replaced by technology,
Right,
their role is evolving alongside it.
exactly.
That's interesting.
And that applies across the board.
Okay.
Everyone from hotel staff to tour guides
Yeah,
needs to be comfortable with digital tools
for sure.
and adapt to a more data-driven way of working.
So it's a whole cultural shift within the industry.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And that requires strong leadership,
Okay.
clear vision,
Yeah.
and a commitment to investing in training and development.
Right. So companies need to support their employees through this.
no.
Makes sense.
Now, beyond the workforce itself,
Okay.
there are also broader challenges related to the legal and regulatory landscape.
Right. Because data privacy is a huge issue.
Yeah, as data becomes the lifeblood of the tourism industry,
Right.
how do we ensure privacy and security on a global scale?
Right. Because data privacy laws vary from country to country.
Exactly.
And then you have all the complexities of online regulation.
Right, and cybersecurity threats.
It's a lot for companies to handle.
It definitely adds a layer of complexity.
Yeah.
Companies need to be proactive in complying with regulations,
Okay.
investing in robust cybersecurity measures,
Right.
and being transparent with travelers about how their data is being used.
So it's not just about the cool, innovative side of things.
Right.
It's about the behind-the-scenes work.
Yeah, all the groundwork.
To make sure everything is ethical, legal, and secure.
Absolutely. Now, despite all these challenges,
Okay.
Dr. Sun and Dr. Chang are ultimately optimistic
Okay, good.
about the future of tourism in the digital age.
That's good to hear.
They argue that by embracing these technologies responsibly,
Okay.
the industry has the potential to create more personalized,
Yeah.
sustainable, and enriching travel experiences for everyone.
So it's about using this tech for good.
Yeah, for the greater good.
Okay, so how do they suggest companies actually make this work?
How do we get from here to there?
Yeah, what practical steps can they take
Right.
to navigate this digital shift successfully?
Well, their first piece of advice is to start with a clear strategic plan.
Okay, so it's not enough to just jump on the latest tech bandwagon.
No, you need a roadmap.
You need a plan.
Companies need to carefully consider how these technologies align
Okay.
with their overall business goals.
Right, so it's about having a vision,
Exactly.
not just a bunch of random tech initiatives.
And the second key element is collaboration.
Okay.
No single company can do this alone.
Right.
They emphasize the importance of partnering with tech companies,
Okay.
research institutions,
Yeah.
and even other tourism businesses
Okay.
to share knowledge, resources, and expertise.
So it's like that old saying, two heads are better than one.
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to something as complex as this.
Right. And by pooling resources and working together,
Yeah.
the industry can drive innovation, accelerate adoption,
Okay.
and ultimately create a more robust and resilient ecosystem.
So it's not about competition.
No.
It's about cooperation.
Exactly.
It's kind of a refreshing take in today's business world.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that collaborative spirit needs to extend internally as well.
Okay, so within the company too.
Yeah. Companies need to foster a culture of innovation and adaptability,
Okay.
empower their employees to embrace new technologies,
Yeah.
and invest in continuous learning and development.
So it's not just about the tech itself.
Right.
It's about the people who are using it.
Yeah, and making it all work.
Okay.
And the beyond strategy and collaboration,
Yeah.
Dr. Sun and Dr. Chang also emphasize the importance of building a solid technological foundation.
So like the infrastructure.
Yeah, this means investing in robust IT infrastructure,
Okay.
data analytics capabilities,
Yeah.
and cybersecurity measures
Right.
to ensure that systems are reliable, secure, and scalable.
So it's like building a house.
Yeah.
You need a strong foundation to support everything else.
Exactly. Without a solid technological foundation,
Yeah.
all the fancy AI algorithms and big data analytics
Right.
won't be effective.
It's like trying to run a high-powered engine
Yeah.
on a rickety old chassis.
And finally, they stress the importance of agility and continuous adaptation.
Okay.
The digital landscape is constantly evolving.
Right. Always changing.
So
Right.
companies need to be flexible,
Okay.
embrace experimentation,
Yeah.
and be willing to adjust their strategies as new technologies emerge.
So it's not a one-time fix.
No, it's an ongoing process.
And traveler expectations shift.
Exactly.
So it's like being a surfer. You
Yeah.
have to constantly adjust to the waves to stay on top.
That's a great analogy. And that's what makes this whole digital revolution in tourism so exciting.
Yeah, it's a wild ride.
It's not a one-time shift.
Right.
It's an ongoing journey of innovation and adaptation.
Well, speaking of journeys,
Okay.
I'm eager to hear about where this one is headed.
Yeah.
Let's dive into Dr. Sun and Dr. Chiang's predictions
Okay.
about the future of tourism. What's on the horizon?
Let's see what the future holds.
Okay, so we talked about the challenges, the strategies.
Yeah, kind of the nuts and bolts of it all.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's put on our futurist hats for a minute.
Okay. I like it.
What does Dr. Sun and Dr. Chiang's crystal ball tell us about the future of travel?
Interesting question.
What trends are they predicting?
Well, one thing they emphasize
yeah,
is that this whole personalization trend
right.
is only going to accelerate.
So more and more personalized.
Yeah, we're moving towards a world where your entire trip
Wow.
is tailored to your individual preferences, interests, even your budget.
So instead of just suggesting hotels that fit my price range,
Right.
it's going to be, here are 3 boutique hotels that match your style
Yeah,
and love of rooftop patios all within your budget.
exactly. And that personalization extends beyond just the booking process.
Oh, wow.
Imagine arriving at your destination
Oh, okay.
and having a customized itinerary already waiting for you.
Oh, that would be amazing.
packed with activities and experiences
Yeah.
that align perfectly with your tastes.
No more spending hours sifting through guidebooks and reviews.
Exactly. It's like having a personal travel concierge in your pocket.
That would be a game changer.
It really would be.
And it goes even further than that.
Oh, yeah?
They predict the rise of what they call hyper-personalized travel,
Okay.
where experiences are tailored
Yeah.
not just to your general interests,
Right.
but to your mood, energy levels, even the weather conditions in real time.
That's right.
Hold on, I need to wrap my head around this.
Yeah. It is pretty mind-blowing.
So if I'm feeling adventurous one day, the app might suggest a hike in the mountains.
Yeah.
But if it's raining and I'm feeling lazy, it'll recommend a cozy museum visit instead.
Precisely. And these recommendations won't just be generic suggestions.
Yeah, okay.
They'll be based on a deep understanding of your preferences,
Okay.
past behavior, and even your current context.
So it's like having a travel companion who knows you better than you know yourself.
Right.
That's both amazing and a little bit creepy at the same time.
I know. It's a little unnerving, but also kind of cool.
But I have to admit the convenience factor is pretty tempting.
It is very appealing.
Okay, so hyper-personalization is one trend.
Yeah.
What else is on the horizon?
Another major prediction is the rise of what they call phygital travel experiences,
Phygital?
a blend of the physical and digital realms.
I am intrigued. Tell me more.
Think immersive virtual tours
Okay.
that allow you to explore destinations from home.
So I can like virtually travel?
Yeah, or augmented reality apps that overlay information and interactive elements onto your real-world surroundings.
So kind of like Pokemon Go.
Yeah, exactly.
But instead of catching virtual creatures,
Right.
you're exploring historical landmarks or learning about local customs.
Exactly. It's about using technology to enhance and enrich the travel experience,
Okay.
whether you're physically present at a destination
Right.
or exploring it virtually.
That's pretty cool.
And this opens up a whole new world of possibilities
Yeah.
for people who might not be able to travel traditionally.
Right. Like maybe they have physical limitations or financial constraints.
Exactly.
That's a really cool aspect of this tech shift.
Yeah,
It's not just about making travel more convenient for those who already travel.
right.
It's about making it more accessible.
To a wider range of people.
Exactly.
And it also has the potential to make travel more sustainable
Okay, how so?
by reducing the need for physical travel.
Okay.
We can lessen the environmental impact of tourism.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Okay, so we've got hyper-personalization
Yeah.
and phygital experiences.
All right.
Anything else we should be looking out for?
Well, Dr. Sun and Dr. Chang also predict
Okay.
a surge in innovation when it comes to travel products and services.
So like new gadgets and apps.
Yeah, we're talking about everything from AI-powered translation devices
That would be amazing.
that break down language barriers
Yeah.
to smart luggage that tracks itself
Okay.
and make sure you never lose your belongings.
That would definitely save me some stress at baggage claim.
Right.
So it's not just about the planning and booking aspects of travel.
Right.
It's about innovating every step of the journey.
Exactly. And all of these innovations are going to be powered
Okay.
by advances in AI, big data, and cloud computing.
So we're really just at the tip of the iceberg in terms of what's possible.
That's right. The possibilities are endless.
It's mind-boggling to think about where all this technology will take us
I know it's exciting and a little bit daunting.
in the next decade or two.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But as with any major technological shift,
right.
there will be challenges to navigate.
Yeah, for sure.
Privacy concerns, ethical considerations,
Yeah, those are important.
the need for continuous adaptation and upskilling.
Right, we can't just get complacent.
These are all things we need to be mindful of
Yeah.
as we embrace this digital future of tourism.
So it's not just about blindly adopting every shiny new gadget or app. It's
Yeah.
about being thoughtful and responsible
Absolutely.
in how we integrate these technologies into the travel experience.
Exactly. And it's a conversation we need to keep having
For sure.
as we move forward.
Right.
The future of tourism is going to be shaped by these technologies.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's up to us
Yeah.
to ensure that they're used to enhance and enrich the travel experience.
For everyone.
For everyone, exactly.
Well, I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but I'm feeling both excited and a little bit overwhelmed by all of this.
I understand it is a lot to take in.
It's a lot to take in.
But that's the beauty of a deep dive like this.
Yeah.
It allows us to explore a topic in depth,
Right.
uncovering not just the surface level trends,
Yeah.
but the underlying forces that are shaping the future.
And speaking of uncovering things,
Okay.
I have one final question for you, our listener.
All right. Shoot.
After hearing all this, What kind of travel experience
Yeah.
do you envision for yourself in the future? What role do you see technology playing
Good question.
in your own adventures?
That's a great question to ponder.
Yeah.
And as you do,
Yeah.
I encourage you to check out Dr. Sund and Dr. Chiang's Smart Tourism document.
Okay.
It's a fascinating roadmap for this digital revolution in travel.
Cool.
And it might just spark some new ideas for your own future trips.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive
It's been a pleasure.
into the world of digital transformation in tourism.
Absolutely.
Until next time, happy travels.
Safe travels, everyone.